just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible one. It's the unforgettable.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
The 43-yard line.
Be alert, be alert.
41's the mark.
1-1.
Here we go. Rush in, rush in.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Foles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Easy, easy. 13. Johnson, hit.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
What we got?
Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. The Texans 23-yard line.
Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third and long, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Under.
Showing it.
Protein spill. One guard.
Now Foles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. 180. Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
No, check that. We want Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Cohen. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack on first down, Foles. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Check. Check 49. Check 49. Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, Tiger. Five. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. You ain't going nowhere.
He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Watson. Buying time, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Telvin Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, you're off it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Flushed out right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Watson throwing on 3rd and long. To the catch made by Hopkins. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On the return is Cohen. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
He'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested. And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter. Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one. Has that happened to you before? No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Strip that ball.
Under. Bravo.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw once more on second and 10. Foles. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. After the interception, here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson now from the gun, he'll throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch QB 24. 26.
53's mine. Check.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. He's got it. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 24. Check 31. Short.
Again, it's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vecchio to add the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Vecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On play action, no throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Watson now to throw. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
3 down, 3 down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Here's Foles. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on 1st down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Foles. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you.
Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now it's Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. To throw again on second down. Foles. And he completes it to Cohen.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jaguars on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. Johnson, the intended target. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. That has to drive a coach crazy.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And now here is another interception. Picked up.
You can find a Texans user, please. You can find a Texans user, please. Huh? I already found a Chiefs user. Can you find me a Texans user? I'm not on the game.
Just on the game, bro.
Oh, you was watching, huh?
When your chest man, we installed out in you and your yes.
Yeah.
Upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're the kings of all crown. You ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as
your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? Counter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all.
So if you can see the game, does that count or no? Then wait, you conceded, yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Are you ready?
Bye bye.
Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? Fools.
I was busting his ass, right? He kept asking.
Rock it like rocket fuel.
All games, and I got other games to run. I laid down my phone. You gotta finish on the road. It's way more than 3. And I said, if you feel like you have proof, show commissioner. He said, LOL, every first down, pinch, block, 0, or mid blitz after. That's it. Like I said, show commissioner. LOL. That's why I'm streaming. And then he caught us. He's bumping with me out. I said, nigga, you want to throw me off. He said, that's my fucking so I said, I'm paying no more attention to you. Then he said,
I don't wear ball, man. All I ever do is ball, man. You're not a rapper, they all, man. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Go zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in the finish them. Mess around with me and I'll finish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the air, so I'm better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well, watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is now. What state brought me looking bleak now? I was home to sleep, designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Bullshit. Oh, you draw. The other team still got a chance. You draw. I think anything Oklahoma or Ohio State? No, Ohio State. Oh.
Playing skills, you did.
I want them to play each other now. I want them to play now.
I'm in the way. I'm gonna rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Car on the wrist. All in the wrist. Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the way. I'm gonna rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They say I switch, you won't.
That's all I gotta say.
You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause I told you. You wanna be famous, They elevated us, You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, you like my flavor, I think it's cause.
You don't watch football. What game? Hold on.
Getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, they know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. X slick, then hit with the. Back then, you out of zip.
Hold up, Doug, I got a question. You think
suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Let me hold your beard. I'm a confidential. Niggas love lying on me. Yo, dog, let's do some business, bro. I got some players for you. Yes, bro. Niggas complaining because he said I got 101 times something X factors on the field. I'm corny. That's my fault?
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is shield. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills.
So fuck off with bullshit.
People stuff their ass like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
I got Kevin
Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm in. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, I bet it. You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your prom. When you post up on the projects, pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this is sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods. Damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is shield. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. People stuff their ass like I don't know no real. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fire field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, is it to get rich or dead? Try. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. People stuff their ass like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
You only do trades with rich, bro. Okay, let me get you Tavius Brown. Let me get the Mario Davis. Alright, let me get the right end. I just told you Kevin King. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I want more than a pick. Kevin King, yeah.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the brain. They like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They try to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't eating weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. How could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my brothers be losing heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the jakes. On the road, they go crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me when I've been magic. With the gang, we roll out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
This nigga funny as shit, bruh. Go look what I said, brother. Go look what I said, brother. Go look what I said, brother. Oh, good today. Every day, like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Keep it on me, cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. Damn, more than 2. 11. No, 12. Anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I wear my thumb, I don't get to take off. A hater get up, I'm ready like live.
took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Yeah, them footsteps.